This is the Lord Vader Dark Side clone counter that you need. You only have to take a glance at the insights on GAC for Lord Vader Dark Side clones to see just how difficult this team can be on defense. It has got a staggering 38.44% success rate when it comes to successful battles. So when I was looking through the counters and happened to notice this rather peculiar looking one, I just had to try it out for myself. Let's take a look at the bonafide counter to Lord Vader Dark Side clones, and it uses an old GL. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your boy Scribe, and I'm whipping things up here and teaching you how to beat Dark Side clones under Lord Vader, no matter the level of relic investment. That is right, I've been having fun testing out this counter, guys, because it is something else, alright? I went in against a Lord Vader team just now and completely demolished it. They got one, maybe two turns, I want to say. And the team is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. It was Rogue 51 over here. And funnily enough, you couldn't make this up, guys. I'm about to face this guy in GAC. I'm literally about to face him in GAC. I will be attacking later. And I saw he's in my squad arena and he's got Lord Vader clones on defense here. And guess where else he's got Lord Vader clones on defense? Could it be GAC? Why, yes. Yes, it could. You can see his full R9 Lord Vader Dark Side clones with an R9 Omicron Scorch and an Apocron, obviously decked out the wazoo. Everything here absolutely pucker. So I thought, you know what, maybe let's try and figure out how to counter this particular team. And not for nothing, ladies and gentlemen, your boy Scribe has decided to just throw basically all my GLs on defense, apart from one. And fortunately, the one GL that I did actually save for offense is the one that I need to counter Lord Vader. Coincidence? I think not. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the team that we're going to be using over here today. This is the counter that I am using. It is a Beskar Armor Mando with Han, Chewie, Sana, and JML. Interesting, right? Peculiar, right? Of course, we are taking advantage of the amazing Sanacron over here. Very, very important setup for this, ladies and gentlemen. You do need to make sure that the level 3 is the 25% turn meter. This is the juicy business that's going to get you out in front of Lord Vader and hopefully land some nice juicy ability blocks. The level 6 over here, the Smuggler level 6, this is nice and useful over here to help you avoid attacks. Now, don't get me wrong, Lord Vader is going to be placing those dots on you no matter what. You can't evade them, and once those dots are down, you're not going to be able to avoid any attacks, because as soon as that debuff is there we go. You've lost all that 100% evasion. Not for nothing, she does give 100% max health, 50% max protection, and 25 speed to all allies at the start of the encounter. This is irrespective. It applies to literally everybody, which is fantastic. You can throw this in a array team, and that's a brilliant team defensively speaking. The interesting part here is whenever Sana Staros gains turn meter, all allies gain 25% offense stacking for 3 turns. Now, this works particularly well with BAM. I'm sure everybody's familiar with BAM Sana teams at this point. It has been dominating the meta quite heavily in terms of defensive and offensive capabilities. Now, when CG touched up our boy Scorch recently, because there was a certain free-to-play team, I'm naming no names, Mon Mothma and Imperial Troopers, that were running TM trains over Lord Vader, CG decided that they wanted to protect the Whaley investment, as they are wont to do, and throw a unique update to Scorch. I'm just trying to find my boy Scorch over here. In his following protocol here, we have been given this little additional part here. If there are no enemy galactic legends, inflict 2 stacks of damage over time on all enemies for 2 turns, which cannot be dispelled, evaded, or resisted. This actually closed out the BAM Sana counter from working entirely, because as soon as those dots are on that team, Lord Vader prevents turn meter gain. So if you just throw JML in your BAM Sana, this part of Scorch's unique does not activate. So you are using a GL to cancel out the starting 2 dots, right? Which means you can gain turn meter, which means Sana's Cron is going to supercharge your BAM team. let's do this. We'll give it a quick try. Over here, he's got full R9 Darkside clones. He's got the Apocron rolling. We are going in with Bam, Han, Chewie, Sana, and JML. Now, you do obviously want to have some decent modding. You need to have that level 3 with the 25% turn meter to help you get out in front. I'll give you a quick high-level view of the modding we're using. 276 speed on Bam and 10.8k offense. Over here on Chewbacca, nothing too special. 253 speed, 8k offense, nothing special. Han Solo, look at these mods. They're awful, guys. 253 speed, 8.5k special. Terrible. Sana, however, she's got a bit of speed. She's at 350 speed. Her offense doesn't matter, but I do want her going as soon as possible. And then JML over here. Again, nothing crazy. We're at 176,000 protection. Some of that is from our Datacron, don't forget. And 553 speed. Now, I do like to put just a smidgen of potency on my JML, because that potency helps us land ability blocks. And ability blocks, they make me happy. Okay, so you want to start off with a stun from our boy Han. I like to focus down Apo, and especially in a Grand Arena context, you really want to try and get the damage into Apo, because if you fail this counter, which I don't think you will, if you fail it, you want to at least make sure that Apo is gone. So we're going to put the damage into Apo. Look, there's no dots on this team here right now. We do have that rather weird, suspicious debuff from Sana, but we're going to go straight in for Apo over here. Boom, boom, boom. That's going to give us some turn meter. After this, we're going to Efflux, hopefully strip some turn meter, hopefully land some ability blocks just like that. That is the way. We're going to drop some AoEs over here, gain more turn meter. Bam is going into Poop Stance, and Chewbacca is going to AoE. Blop. Look at that. Apo is already gone. After this, we just want to throw as much damage in as possible. We want to get up to 20 stacks of Whistly Birds. Let's see. I'm going to increase the cooldowns on CX2 over here. I'm going to just call in our boy, Han, reducing the turn meter on the enemy team. And yeah, let's go ahead and drop this like it's hot. Extra damage coming in from Chewbacca. Okay, so Lord Vader goes into ultimate. This is not a surprise at all. And we're going to go over here. We've got 20 stacks of the Whistling Birds right now. 20 stacks locked and loaded in Bam. We've had some turn meter games. Is it going to be enough? Boom, baby, let's go! Come on, is that not what you want to see right now? Oh, that is juicy. That is juicy. Let's see that, though, and check out how much damage each individual Whistling Birds does. Now, Whistling Birds does true damage. You can't reduce that. Lord Vader can reduce it from being a galactic legend, taking reduced damage and all that sort of good business, right? But you can't add extra defense. All you can do is add extra bulk. So how bulky does Lord Vader need to be to survive a 20 stacks Whistling Birds? Let's see the footage. Now, this one was from a battle I did earlier, because obviously I'm still recording right now. I can't immediately show you back that footage because we did that live. But this one was basically the same thing earlier. Bam's got that 20 stacks of Whistling Birds, and we're just going to drop it like it's hot over here. Boom. Check that out. 56,000, 56,000, 58,000. Now, there are 20 stacks of Whistling Birds. 10 stacks, if it was just 10 stacks of 58,000, that's 580 million points of damage. But there's 20 of them, so realistically speaking, you're talking about 1.1 million, 1.16 million. It's not too shabby, is it? It's not too shabby. I don't think your Lord Vader has got over 1 million hit points. So this team is going to be fun. Hi everybody, Scribble from the future here. I was just going through and reviewing my footage and realized I played that Lord Vader counter wrong. So let's teach you how to do it a little bit better. Alright, bear with. Alright, so here we go. We want to do the start exactly the same. You go after Apo, right? Throw that damage into him. Then we want to go with that Efflux. Okay, hopefully we land the ability block on Lord Vader. If you don't, it's not really a huge deal, but I like it when it does land. Okay, so big boomers. Lovely. Did we get that ability block? We did get the ability block. Okay, so second special from Sana. Let's spread that damage around a little bit into Poop Stance with Bam, and we'll drop it like it's hot with Chewbacca. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. With Han right now, because he's got a dot, you just want to basic with him. It'll call Chewbacca to assist. We'll get some extra stacks of Whistling Birds. Next up, we're over here with JML. What we want to be able to do is try to defeat someone like Disguised Clone Trooper. So I'm going to increase his cooldowns and call in Han. Now, you could use this against CX2, sorry. All you're looking to do is try and defeat one extra enemy, right? So let's call him in. Boom, he's gone. Lovely. And then do not use this first special here. This was the mistake I made. If we use this first special, we're going to cleanse the dots, which is going to then give us all Order 66, and Lord Vader's going to ult then. So just basic. That's all you want, just basic. Then Lord Vader just does a basic himself. He doesn't go into an ult. He doesn't hit us with a big AoE. This is the safest way of getting it done. Whistling birds into Lord Vader. Boom, everybody's dead apart from Scorch. Do we care if Scorch is alive? Not really. He's dead now. Boom. The great thing about this as well is I know that Scorch has got an Omicron. I don't think it matters, guys. Look, Scorch gains 50% max health, max protection, and tenacity. I don't care if Scorch is still alive after I whistling birds down on Lord Vader. If Lord Vader's gone, what is Scorch going to do? Whenever he loses taunts, all Darkside clone troopers recover 15% health and protection. We don't ever remove his taunt. Actually, we do at one point because Chewbacca does that AoE, but that doesn't really matter. Whenever he gains taunt, he dispels all debuffs on himself, and all other Darkside clone trooper allies gain 10% turn meter. Whenever he uses Entrenched, he gains an additional 5 stacks. He's not doing any of this business. The first time each other non-Galactic Legend Empire ally is reduced to 50% health, he's going to taunt for 2 turns and that ally recovers 100% health and protection. I honestly don't think that's going to make a difference, because ultimately, even if we get to that point where we've triggered some of that, as long as we get to the Whistling Birds and take out Lord Vader, the rest of it is irrelevant. I don't think this is going to save him. I don't think this is going to save him. Just go in with the right Cron setup, guys, and I think Lord Vader is absolutely flipping toast. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this was useful to you, and I hope you can go in and take out some Whaley Boy R9 Lord Vader Darkside clones with the Apo Cron and the Scorch Omicron. Leave me a like down below if you could, pretty please, and I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.